wife, Allison Hoker Boss. And I want to thank my friend Ellen for letting me host. I want to thank all of y'all for watching. Everybody have a great weekend. Spread the love. Bye.
Anyway.
This is KHQA News at 5.
A Quincy official is asking for a fair and equal pay structure as a new administration will soon begin to move in. And Iowa drivers are getting more tickets passing by traffic cameras, and they believe it's unfair. Now, one Iowa official is working to get rid of speed cameras.
And even despite a few clouds, we were mild, but not as warm as we have been the last couple of days. Have no fear. Warming trend underway tomorrow. We'll tell you about that and the chance of rain in the forecast coming up.
From around the tri-states, this is KHQA News at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Amber Robb. First tonight, when it comes to dealing with money, things can always get a little tricky, especially when you're not getting paid the same amount as someone in the same position as you. Chase Howell has more on pay discrepancies going on at Quincy City Hall.
Quincy Comptroller Sherry Ray is calling on Quincy's new administration to help equalize pay across all city departments when it comes to their non-union workers. Ray says salaries and benefits make up about 60% of the city's general funds budget. According to Ray, there really hasn't been an updated pay scale in 20 years when it comes to starting salaries for new non-union workers, though she has a couple ways in mind to help change that.
We really want to do three things. We want to ensure that we have employees categorized in accurate job descriptions. And then let's establish the fair, equitable pay for that grade of work.
Ray hopes the new administration will work hand in hand with department heads to equalize pay across the board and develop a pay scale system. And coming up tonight on KHQA News at 6, you hear from both mayoral candidates on how they plan to implement change if they win office. Reporting live in studio, I'm Chase Howell.
Thanks, Chase. Fake websites are being created to appear to be unemployment benefit websites. The Department of Justice is reporting that they have received reports of spam text messages and emails that include a link to a fake state workforce agency website. Officials say these sites trick consumers into giving their personal information that fraudsters will then use to commit identity theft. Illinois won't fully recover economically from the pandemic until 2023. That's according to a new report delivered to the General Assembly this week. Jacob Emerson is working for you to explain where Illinois' capital sits in that timeline. Jacob?
Illinois' economy won't make a full return to pre-pandemic levels until at least 2023. That's according to a new economic report delivered to the General Assembly this week.
We have some unique challenges because of the population loss and really because of the business climate that we have here in Illinois.
Springfield Representative Tim Butler confirming what the report lays bare. A shrinking state population year after year is a major challenge ahead. But the other problem, says the report, is that Springfield's local economy is directly dependent on fixing the state's weak finances.
How will Springfield residents be impacted if the state's fiscal situation doesn't improve?
We have to solve our fiscal problems with the budget to be able to also invest in the human capital of state government. Jobs get squeezed out because of the other pressures that we have on the state budget. So
Butler explaining that the state of Illinois is the city's largest single employer. Without a healthy state economy, that means less jobs for local or would-be residents.
And if you go to the Capitol on any given day, you'll see thousands of people there, and they're not all from Springfield. So they need to stay somewhere. They're going to eat in our restaurants. They're going to buy our gas.
And as Director Scott Dahl at the city's Visitors Bureau explains, getting lawmakers physically back to the State House is key for recovery across the capital city.
Have a little bit of cloud cover starting to move in from the west, but otherwise temperatures, again, very mild for this time of year in the upper 40s and low 50s across the tri-states. And no precipitation is expected with this cloud cover. It is putting down just a little bit of light rain across parts of southwest Missouri. Whoops, let's go ahead and bring that back again. And southern portions of the Ozarks. But other than that, what you see coming in from the north, that's not really rain. That's just kind of upper level, what we call it's called AP. It's not really reaching the ground. So other than that, we're in fairly decent shape for the overnight hours. 32 for the low. The clouds will continue to hang overhead. East breeze at about 5 miles an hour. Excuse me. Then for tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. Highs up in the mid-50s. Warmer after that, much warmer. I'll tell you about that coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Rich. Police in Illinois are apologizing after wrongfully placing a woman under arrest. The incident happened Monday when Collinsville police identified what it thought was a car involved with a prior robbery. Because of the crime, police conducted a felony arrest with their guns drawn as they surrounded Deziknika Kilpatrick in her car. They then put her in handcuffs, and she said the whole incident was very traumatizing.
I was so afraid. Like, I couldn't stop shaking. I couldn't stop crying. I just knew that this was not real. Like, we didn't do anything to deserve this. Breonna Taylor. Wrong person. And it cost her life. I'm a female.
Police released Kilpatrick a few minutes later after realizing they had the wrong person. Officers said they relied on information that came from an ill-informed informant. One Iowa police chief making a case to keep traffic cameras in the state. There's a bill making its way through the state house that would remove most cameras. David Amilati has more on if this bill would still allow cameras at the downtown S-curve.
So if people would slow down, they'll stay alive.
Cedar Rapids Police Chief Wayne German has 42 years of law enforcement experience. He says he wouldn't mind cameras replacing his job if people would slow down.
336 Iowans lost their lives last year. And the number one contributable factor is speeding.
Since 2019, there have been 0 traffic deaths where automatic traffic enforcement cameras are located.
Not just on the interstate, in any area where ATs are utilized, 0 fatalities. I think that alone shows that these are vital to traffic safety.
But State Senator Brad Zahn is leading the charge to remove these devices from Iowa, except on the downtown Cedar Rapids S-curve.
I just do not understand the rationale or the reason that someone wants to take away an effective tool.
Since reactivating the ATE system in July 2019, crashes with injury on I-380 have decreased by 19.7% each month. For cameras in the city of Cedar Rapids, average crashes decreased 32.9%.
We keep our roads safe, and so we've determined that this is where these traffic enforcement cameras need to be, and so we hope that we can keep those there.
I wanted to get the pulse of the city about these cameras. Is the risk of citation worth all the good?
I've got caught by a couple, so I'd be okay with it, but I definitely think it's good to have them.
It definitely is a way for the city to get a lot of revenue. But where it goes, I think we all would like a little bit better understanding, a little bit better clarity.
When you hear that this is a cash grab on behalf of the city, how do you respond to that?
It's not a cash grab. Speak to individuals who travel the interstate that know where the cameras are. Their driving behavior changes by slowing down, and that's what we want.
Chief German says each dollar from these citations funds public safety. That includes hiring, payroll, updating equipment, and police reform programs.
If I can keep our officers or any police officers from having to notify a loved one, that someone in their family is not coming home as a result of a collision, that's, again, more justification of why we need to keep these cameras.
I'm James Rosen, coming back with the mostly positive jobs report for the month of February and a look at which sectors of the economy are hiring.
You love. You live. You do. And you give. And you do it all with your whole heart. We're here to make sure your heart is as strong as the love you have for life. Quincy Medical Group Cardiology. Trust us with your whole heart.
This is your weekly Tri-States Community Calendar, brought to you by Factory Direct Bedding.
Due to government mandates on COVID-19 precautions, many local and state events have been canceled and postponed. Go to KHQA.com now to view events that may have been impacted.
This has been your weekly Tri-States Community Calendar, brought to you by Factory Direct Bedding.
Year 2 of COVID.
What do we know about how long immunity lasts?
Going where science and history are being made.
The very first U.S. sample of COVID-19.
Full Measure with Cheryl Atkinson.
Sunday mornings on KHQA.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G. Not just New York and L.A., but the millions of people in cities like yours. Like Milwaukee, Rock Island, and Des Moines. That's why we're including 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Because everywhere matters. Like Economowalk, Claysville, Prineville. U.S. Cellular has included 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Get unlimited data as low as $30 a month. U.S. Cellular.
We're celebrating America's national parks.
Yeah!
And what better way to explore the country
We have some beautiful sights.
than in a brand new Winnebago? And you could win it this week on Wheel.
Weekdays at 6:30 on KHQA CBS. Get the most important news of the day summarized for you on the go. It's the KHQA newsletter. Sign up for emails packed with what you need to know. The news you trust. KHQA, working for you.
We're leading the way with waterborne paint technology. Take it to Hilbing.
Live from the Tri-States, you're watching KHQA News, working for you.
Welcome back now to Washington, where federal figures released today indicated sizable gains made in the number of jobs added to the economy over the last month. Still, as Sinclair National correspondent James Rosen reports tonight, the White House was hardly celebrating.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, employers added 379,000 jobs last month, up from the 166,000 jobs that were added in January and the 306,000 jobs that were cut in December.
Today's report was very good news for the labor market. I think this is the beginning of what's going to be a period of strong, rapid monthly payroll gains as we climb our way out of the hole created by the pandemic and the lockdowns.
Yet the number of unemployed people held steady at 10 million, and at 6.2%, the unemployment rate was also little changed.
At this month's pace, it will take us more than 2 years to get to pre-pandemic employment levels, and it will take even longer at the average pace over the last 3 months. This is unacceptable. Congress must pass the American Rescue Plan now so we can get Americans back to work.
Powered by gains in the leisure and hospitality sector, as well as smaller bumps in temp services and the healthcare industry, the February numbers show significant improvement over the bad old coronavirus days of last April. But the economy is still far from pre-pandemic levels, when the jobless rate plunged to 3.5% and only 5.7 million Americans were unemployed.
I've gotten over 400 mayors contacting me to get this plan passed.
The president claims his $1.9 trillion rescue plan will help create 7 million jobs within a year. Some economists are sounding alarms about more trillions in spending.
The attitude on Capitol Hill that we could borrow without limit does risk making markets and households and businesses expect more inflation in the future.
The world's interest rates are going to stay low. The world's central banks are going to keep them low.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics cautioned that February's data were less reliable than usual, due both to severe winter weather and to the pandemic, which makes it harder to gauge activity at many businesses and households. Outside the nation's capital, James Rosen.
Satellite imagery shows a little bit more cloud cover across the region, but we do remain dry, and this will be the case as we head into the upcoming weekend with more sunshine and warmer temperatures. How warm, and what about that chance of rain? We'll tell you about that in the forecast up next.
It's
bunk bed season here at Factory Direct Bedding and Furniture, and we're having our store-wide sale.
Did I hear you say it's bunk bed season?
That's right. Factory Direct Bedding and Furniture is having its store-wide sale.
To kick off bunk bed season.
Sure. So hurry on down to
Factory Direct Bedding and Furniture, 3rd and Broadway. We've got your furniture in stock today.
Where it's bunk bed season.
Elevate your curb appeal and protect your home with Atlas Roofing from Menards. The roof is easily one of the most overlooked features of any home, even though it is one of the most important. Built with beauty and durability in mind, Castleberg shingles will add great value to your home while protecting it for years to come. All Castleberg shingles now $19.99 after 11% rebate. Save 11% on everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Tri-states are canceled today.
School closings on KHQA.
Goli, the world's first apple cider vinegar gummies, make being healthy simple.
Goli makes weight loss simple.
All day energy simple.
Jim, want some cake?
No, thank you.
Cutting cravings
simple.
And it's simply delicious. Healthy doesn't have to taste bad. In fact, with Goli, it's actually delicious.
Visit Goli.com/TV to get 10% off plus free shipping.
You could start your day without live.
But you shouldn't.
Kelly and Ryan are daytime's #1 duo.
You're my work wife.
Yes,
I say yes and bow to you.
Great days start with Kelly and Ryan.
Well, that's kind of good to know since I work here.
Let live invade your living room every day.
But not in a stalkery way, like in a friendship way. I love you.
Well, now that we're officially into meteorological spring, I wanted to throw some numbers at you because winter is now behind us, at least for the most part. How did we fare out during the 2020-21 season? Well, average temperature, 27.5 degrees. Now, believe it or not, that's a little bit below average. The average high was 35.1, and that's still a little bit below where we should be. But we did warm up back early December. Remember that day, 63 degrees? I do. The average low temperature, by the way, was 20, and we were definitely cold for a couple of days in February at 9 below zero. And in addition to that, we're short on precipitation by about 2¼ inches, as we only got 2.8 total. So that's how the winter has fared behind us, and it's all behind us now. What we've got is now a taste of spring. Live look on our Quincy sky cam. Mostly cloudy sky, 49 degrees, 38% humidity. East wind at 6. Pressure is on the rise at 30.33. Pretty much the same at Macomb. A little bit of a clear sky, a little more clear sky, 48. Calm breeze, 40% humidity, and the barometer on the rise at 30.35. Across the region, we've got 48 across southeast Iowa, 50 at Novelty, Monroe City, and Hannibal. Kirksville, you're at 49 degrees, 51 Barry, 49 degrees at Pittsfield. We do have that wind out of the east, generally 5-6 miles an hour at times. It's not as breezy as it was last night at this hour. Storm system to the south is going to stay there as high pressure sinks across Illinois. And we do have what shows up as precipitation, but this is a loft. It's really not reaching the ground anywhere. And this is just a little bit more reinforcing cloud cover on the backside of the high as it continues to sink to the south. A little closer look at what's going on. And again, this is really not any significant precipitation whatsoever. All that remains to our south. So here's the forecast in motion heading into the weekend. Just a little bit of cloud cover for tonight into early tomorrow morning, and then that pushes off to the south and southeast, leaving us with sunshine for the bulk of the day tomorrow. Clear tomorrow night, sunshine again on Sunday, and It'll be warmer, and we trend that as we head into next week, as we step up temperatures each and every single day. Forecast for tonight, partly cloudy sky, 32. East breeze at about 5 miles an hour, and then more sunshine to return tomorrow as we top off in the mid-50s. The wind out of the west at 5, shifting to the south late in the day. In the extended forecast, how about mid-60s on Sunday? Overnight lows in the low 40s, 66 on Monday, 66 on Tuesday. How about 68 on Wednesday with a chance of showers and thunderstorms? And then that will start to cool us off by next Friday. Showers possible and a high temperature in the 50s. And that's the latest in your weather forecast. It's Friday, so it's time now for our pet of the week. Check out this handsome big boy. He's a shepherd mix. He's neutered. He's only 3 years old and has a brown coat. Doesn't have a name, but hey, that's up to you if you want to adopt him. I'm told that his name is Duke, but anyway, you can rename him. He's adorable. Find out how you can adopt him by contacting the Quincy Humane Society.
Thanks, Rich. To stay up to date with the latest breaking news and local news, get it delivered to your inbox every weekday by signing up for KHQA's newsletter. Just go to KHQA.com. And still to come, there are multiple vaccines available, but kids haven't been able to receive one. What doctors are working on?
Hi, folks. Joe Namath here, and if you're on Medicare, this is important. You're now entitled to eliminate copays and get dental care, dentures, eyeglasses, prescription coverage, in-home aids, unlimited transportation, and home-delivered meals, all at no additional cost. Plus, your zip code may have coverage with the Give Back benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every month.
I call to get dental, transportation, meals, and the Give Back benefit.
With this virus situation, I called to get everything I'm entitled to. I couldn't believe I was missing out on so many benefits.
With the uncertainty of the virus, you need to get everything you're entitled to. Millions of people have trusted the Medicare Coverage Helpline. You can too. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-683-2200. That's 1-800-683-2200 now. Year 2 of COVID and still seeking the answers.
What do we know about how long immunity lasts?
Full measure, going where science and history are being made.
The very first U.S. sample of COVID-19.
Full measure with Cheryl Atkinson, finding the facts, not waiting for answers, and figuring out what it means for you.
What are we learning about people's natural ability to fight off this virus?
Full measure with Cheryl Atkinson.
Sunday mornings on KHQA. This is your weekly Tri-States Community Calendar, brought to you by Factory Direct Betting.
Due to government mandates on COVID-19 precautions, many local and state events have been canceled and postponed. Go to KHQA.com now to view events that may have been impacted.
This has been your weekly Tri-States Community Calendar, brought to you by Factory Direct Betting.
Someone who saves somebody if someone needs help.
Superman's a superhero.
A hero is someone that goes out of their way to help someone else.
A person stands up to another person when one person bullies a person.
At Peters Heating and Air, we believe a hero can be anyone who makes an impact on someone else's life.
And that's why we've teamed up with KHQA to honor our Tri-State hometown heroes.
Live from the Tri-States, you're watching KHQA News, working for you.
Welcome back. Right now, the 3 COVID-19 vaccines on the U.S. market are for adults. You must be 18 or older to get the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines. And then you must be 16 or older to get the vaccine made by Pfizer. But clinical trials are underway for younger children. Amanda Gaither has more on when we may see vaccines available for the youngest Americans in today's Health Minute.
3 COVID-19 vaccines, millions of doses going into the arms of Americans. These shots are not yet authorized for children.
Right now, we project that the clinical trials will give us information that by the time we get to the fall, that high school students will be able to be vaccinated.
Johnson & Johnson announced its plans to study their vaccine in adolescents, children who have a very low chance of becoming severely ill from COVID-19 were not part of the initial tests in the rapid approval process of the vaccines. The company's CEO says it will begin testing in people ages 12 to 18 and go down from there, and says Johnson & Johnson is likely to have a COVID-19 vaccine available for those under 18 by September. Both Pfizer and Moderna are already undergoing clinical trials studying their vaccines in adolescents. Moderna planning to study the vaccine in children 6 months to 11 years and what it called the near term. Pfizer says it's expecting to start vaccine studies in children ages 5 to 11 in the next couple of months.
Children who are elementary school, 6 to 12, that group of individuals, those individuals likely will not be able to get vaccinated until their trials are finished, which will likely be at the earliest, the end of this year.
In a recent letter to the White House, the American Academy of Pediatrics is urging the Biden administration to prioritize vaccine authorization for youth, saying we cannot allow children to be an afterthought when they have shared so much burden throughout this pandemic. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And Doug.
Hey, Limu. How great is it that we get to tell everybody how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need? I mean, oh, sorry. Whoops. Meow, good evening. Oh, meow. Nope. Oh, what? I'm an emu. No, buddy. Buddy, it's a filter. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Age before beauty? Why not both? Visibly diminish wrinkled skin in just 2 days. New Crate Corrector Lotion, only from Gold Bond. Championing your skin.
I tried a laxative that's both gentle and fast.
Great tasting Dalgalac Soft Chews works naturally with the water in your body in as little as 30 minutes. Puts you comfortably in control. Dalgalac Soft Chews.
Reggie Miller said he moved in for March Madness, but he definitely chose Wendy's for the breakfast.
The tournament doesn't start for like a week.
The tournament doesn't start for like a week. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's, official breakfast of March Madness.
How great is it that we get to tell everybody how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need? I mean, uh-oh, sorry. Oh, what? I'm an emu. No, buddy. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The PGA Tour and FanDuel have teamed up. Now you can get more action out of every stop on the tour. Get your bets in before the tournament starts and keep betting with updated odds until the last putt falls. Then hit your green in as little as 24 hours. There's always more ways to win when you bet the PGA Tour on FanDuel Sportsbook. Join today and place your first bet risk-free. Up to $1,000 back if you don't win.
Somebody who sets an example for you and then shows you how to do it right.
My mom, because she inspires others and she cares for others.
They save you when you are in trouble.
Someone that you look up to.
Someone that has a kind heart.
At Peters Heating and Air, we believe a hero can be anyone who makes an impact on someone else's life.
And that's why we've teamed up with KHQA to honor our tri-state hometown heroes.
Coming up tonight on KHQA News at 6, U.S. officials are deciding on a new stimulus package, which will be used to help struggling Americans. But one tax expert believes it will only make the economy worse. That's tonight on KHQA News at 6.
Few clouds will hang overhead as we head into the overnight hours. Otherwise, temperatures will fall back into the low 30s. A breeze out of the east at about 5 miles an hour. The clouds will scatter out for the most part tomorrow. Temperatures up into the mid-50s. How about low and mid-60s on Sunday? And yeah, we get warmer from there into next week. The showers and thunderstorms likely beginning sometime late Wednesday. That's it. That's all for now. More at 6. Amber, looking good with that forecast there.
Oh my gosh, that looks beautiful. I feel like I'm being tricked right now.
No snow in sight, at least for now.
Oh, fingers crossed. Thanks, Rich, and thanks for joining us tonight. Make sure to keep up to date with us 24/7 at KHQA.com. We'll see you back here at 6.
Don't let bedbugs ruin your sleep. Reliable customers have options. We have multiple, controlled, effective methods to rid your home or business of bedbugs. That's why you can rely on Reliable.
Attention.
I am a soldier in the United States Army National Guard.
Idol's the #1 most social show. And Sunday, it's a tearjerker.
So beautiful to witness.
A showstopper. And a game changer.
Did you just hear what I heard?
Be there to discover the next.
You just saw Beyonce get born.
Big star.
How hard is that to find?
Once in a generation.
American Idol, new Sunday on ABC.
I was in ICU for several weeks suffering from COVID. To my black and brown brothers and sisters, don't take this lightly. It's not a joke. This is very serious. Look into the vaccine. Do your research. It's 100% worth it.
At Family Discount Furniture, we have the best everyday prices in the area. Come in and see just how much we have in stock and ready to be delivered. We are a local family-owned business that cares about our customers and community. We are proud supporters of area schools and community events. Have all your furniture needs met for a low price in downtown Keokuk at Family Discount Furniture. Why wait? You can take it home today.
Start your mornings with KHQA This Morning.
The next big weather maker is expected to impact the tri-state.
KHQA This Morning, weekday mornings at 5 a.m.
U.S. Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Talk, text, surf, save. Better check Celltech today. With stores conveniently located in your viewing area, there's a Celltech near you.